Hey, what's up, man? Well, this upload is basically about a very popular topic, and there's a shitload of information about this on the internet, especially YouTube. It's called dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, and I find this really fascinating, like really, really fascinating. Basically, what it is, it's classified as a drug, but it's actually produced naturally by our brain, more specifically the pineal gland, which is located in the brain, which is also known as our third eye. And the pineal gland also seats the soul in the body. So people say our soul enters and exits the pineal gland. Um, what it does is when you take it, right? People claim that when they take this thing, they're literally going to another dimension. Like, it's not that they feel that they're in another dimension. Like, they literally are in another dimension. And this has been proven by scientists, by physicists, and even by a doctor. They claim that what these people are seeing are actual real realms or real dimensions, and it's not imagination or hallucination, which fascinates the heck out of me. Like, not only that, they see these geometrical patterns, okay, that just of all different shapes and sizes, and like they're just going all over the place, and they're just coming at them, and like they don't know what's going on because there's so many of them, just all these shapes and shit, and like there's an actual science that studies this. Um, it's called cymatics, and it's the study of geometric patterns that are made by sound, which makes sound creating visible. And that's basically, I hit the table like this. It vibrates a sound, but the sound that it vibrates actually creates a visible form, so a visible form to the human eye, and it's known as geometrical land, so to speak, and it's just like all these patterns that's coming. So it's an actual dimension, and it's proven by scientists. Um, yeah, and like frequencies, for all those who don't know, like we hear frequencies all the time. Frequencies are just like molecules moving in the air, many of which we cannot see. But yet we have devices that have been constructed to register and measure them, like such as let me see, like gamma rays or X rays, right? Um, yeah, I mean, like, so frequencies beyond 3D, like, as I said, X-rays or gamma rays, they vibrate much faster. So frequency ranges of higher dimensions, just imagine. So if these dimensions are real, which they are real, they will be, like, basically invincible to us, right? Because, their range of a higher dimension is eventually becomes invisible because of the frequency. I don't know. I mean, like, it's just really fascinating. But the fascinating thing is this: when you go to these dimensions, you communicate with a being. You communicate with intelligence. You communicate with a being filled with energy. It's not made of physical form. It's just made out of energy, and like there's no like physical body to it. It's just like a light, and like the feeling you get is just like you just feel at ease and peace and love, and you could trust this being, and it's an actual being from another dimension. And like the ancient shamans used to practice this. They used to drink it. They used to drink the substance though, instead of smoking it. But when you smoke it, it only lasts like 5 to 15 minutes. And when you get out of it, it's like, what the heck was that? Like, where am I? Like, am I still at this place? It's not like LSD. It's not like acid, where it's just a hallucinogen. Like, this thing feels so damn real. Like, it feels so damn real because it is real, because you actually are there. And the doctor, Dr. Rick Strassman, he's probably the most popular figure in this topic. He made a book, and he did a study on this substance. It's called DMT, the Spirit Molecule. It's a very popular book, actually. And he did a study where he took over 60 volunteers from the University of New Mexico, and he basically injected them with this and just documented their experience. And yeah, man, just mind-blowing stuff. Like, most of the people, they experience out-of-body experiences, because if this substance is in our pineal gland, and our pineal gland is associated with our soul, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me where our soul could actually leave our body. Like, people believe in astral projection. When you meditate, people say that they get to the state of bliss where you could like actually, that Zen, where you could like come out of your body, OBEs, out of body experiences. Astral projections is another term for it, actually. And that's what this drug really is. It's astral projection to another dimension where you just experience. And a lot of people say, you become humble after this, and It's good for the mind, you know. Like me purposely, sorry, me honestly, if I ever came across this thing, you know, I'll do it for spiritual reasons, you know. If I could communicate with a divine being, I mean, like that's fascinating shit, people. Come on, man. That's like, you know, like come on, man. Like, well, it doesn't get much better than that. I know I might sound crazy right now, but I don't think I do. Maybe I do. You tell me. Yeah. So, anyways, it's in tree barks. This the DMT. You find it in like barks in certain trees. You find it in certain plants all over the world. And yeah, man. Yeah, actually, I had a buddy that told me he actually experienced it, and the same thing I heard on the internet with people saying about the geometrical forms and all these different shapes moving at them. He confirmed that as well, you know. And this was even before I did my research on it on the net. And yeah, he said how there were some beings. He called them creatures. Like he said, there were creatures telling him to come. They're like, they're going this, like, oh, come, 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 like saying come or something. But he didn't go. And the guy who he did it with, the guy who he does it with, sorry, not who he does it with, because he doesn't do it on a regular basis at all. He did it once. It scared the shit out of him, and he never wants to do it again. Anyways, the guy who he got it from, I shall say that, basically was telling him what he was getting himself into. He gave him like an hour and a half lecture on it, and he even told him, he's like, you're gonna basically communicate with, he said, with energy, which he meant extraterrestrial presence. Some people call them extraterrestrials. Some people just call them energy. Some people call them divine energy. And yeah, I mean, but play this. You will communicate with an actual living being of consciousness. Okay? And I can't wait for this book to come. I ordered the book DMT, the Spirit Molecule. And I don't know, man. Sounds like exciting to me. But you don't necessarily only just meet divine presence. You will, there are negative entities as well, they were saying. Like, one of the incidents, I forget exactly what it was, so I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to say something that's inaccurate. But yeah, one of the incidents, they basically said they came across some negative entities, but you could block them out and all that stuff. It's just how you know. If we could just come to understanding, like understanding is the key to everything. If we understand, say we understand everything in the world, there will be no such thing as fear. Because when you have an understanding of something, you don't have fear. Because you know how that thing works or operates or thinks or what it may be, right? So if you can understand this, I mean, like, there's nothing to fear. So understanding is the key of everything. But anyways, I'm blabbering on about a bunch of nonsense right now. I think I'm probably going to leave. So yeah, I don't know. I want to do some research on this, and you guys do some research on DMT as well. And the thing that fascinates me the most about it, as I said, is the out-of-body experience. Some people claim they went to the universe in their consciousness, through their, I guess, you know, soul, you know. And they looked and they saw their body there on the couch, on the wherever the heck they were doing it, and they were in the universe, man. And like they remembered being here before, because people believe in past lives and past experiences from those lives. And yeah, man, it's just a lot of stuff to talk about. So yeah, you know, you guys, you know, if you're into this kind of stuff, I mean, like, by all means, do your own research. And yeah, it's fascinating. All right, I'll see you guys later. So I don't know, I'll be posting another video when I get some more information, probably after I read that book. But other than that, you're on your own. Later.